time there's a top 10 clash, the focus of the entire nation zooms in on a game like that. When it's a conference showdown, the stakes are even higher. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. The Seminoles will put toe to leather and will get started. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. So the Florida Atlantic Owls offense will have the first possession of the game. And when these two guys are in sync the way they were a week ago, just a nightmare. It's a performance they hope they can repeat this week, Jesse.
And I think a big key in that last game was they linked up a couple times early, had some big plays, and then after that, David, it didn't seem like the quarterback was looking anywhere else. They're going to try and establish that connection and that rhythm early in this one.
And defensively, where is the big fella? Like, I got to identify where he is every single snap and give him some extra attention. So if I route him at the line of scrimmage and be physical, have that safety help over the top.
Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. Setting up the screen. He'll step out of bounds. He's at the 33-yard line. It's pretty obvious what's at stake here, guys. A top 10 matchup, winner, good shot at the playoff, and the loser is probably going to need some help.
Yeah, so further cementing your resume, making that exclamation point on the schedule, giving that committee something to look at and go, here's a top 10 win. This is a big deal for my schedule. Big proving moment.
And that's why you play football for one of these two programs, for games like this, for the opportunity to reach the college football playoff. You knew these two teams were on a collision course.
Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. A great catch and run for 6.
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise on the opening drive. Nice execution. They scored a touchdown. That was big time.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Florida State's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week, and watching that tape before this game, like you can tell, man, he was seeing it quick, the ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will, a really nice day, and I think, Jesse, you take that.
Ball's in the deep ball. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. This guy hoping to join that long line of big playmakers for Florida State, whether it's Rashad Green. He's looking deep. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield. Guys, let's look big picture at Florida State. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big 4-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line, is so important for these college teams. He'll fit right in.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy, because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot. Let's talk for a second about Florida Atlantic. It's the conference finale today. Win this one. Extra football ahead. Has taken a ton of hard work to get here, David, and they certainly can't afford to let down.
Yeah, and you people, Reese, you know, that looking ahead, always pointing to the future, like, they need to win today. Like, their goals are still in front of them, but today is a big day in the conference to continue to keep winning.
And that's the thing I think their coach kept reminding his team of all week long. At the very start of the year in our first team meeting, we put our goals up on the board. The #1 goal was to win the conference, and they have a chance to guarantee themselves a spot in that game with a win today.
The Owls getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Hodges. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Hodges. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
The give to the big fullback. And the Owls pick up the 1st down.
I'll tell you guys, this fullback, he's not just a blocker. He can catch the football, and he can also run it, especially on 3rd down. What a weapon.
From the 30-yard line on 1st down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Florida Atlantic comes to the line on 1st and goal. Working that left side now. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense comes up. Almost able to get in on 3rd down. The defense makes the stop. Now it's decision.
They punch it in late, especially with the physicality. I hate when I get beat with physicality, and they pounded them, ran the football with all the big guys in.
Guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the 1st quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
He'll keep it himself. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets him up to the 24. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida Atlantic has the lead. They largely dominated this 1st quarter as indicated by the stats. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Off the play fake. Unloads it left. It's caught. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. The Seminoles heading quickly to the line. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
And the Seminoles are moving quickly down the field. Looking downfield, it's Sperry. Quarterback moving. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Quickly to the tight end. He makes the tackle at the 23-yard line, but not before a pickup of 5 and enough for the first down. And the Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Had to get rid of it quickly. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
Really nice third down sub defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up fourth.
Right down the boulevard. Now the lead is down to 11.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. A first down for the offense. Looking to throw on first down. Sets up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on second down. Wants to throw again. He'll take a deep shot here. He's got it inside the 15. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Owls! The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
And that's a big shot. That's a big incompletion. But this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
Got him downfield. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. The Seminoles come to the line in the hurry-up.
That's a really good-looking throw there. And I think about back in my day playing for the Gators, we were known as having this high-octane passing attack with Steve Spurrier, but every time we played the Seminoles and Chris Swanky, of course, would go on to win a Heisman Trophy, we knew that we were going to have to be executing at a high level. This guy right here, when he gets going and he gets into a groove, he just does not miss. he is able to light up the scoreboard for the Seminoles.
The give out of the gun. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Noles come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Wants to throw. It's Sperry. Going to try to pop one on the screen. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. And the Noles have this offense rolling. From the gun, the ground game. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Finds his big tight end. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now 2nd down. The inside handoff. Got enough space, and he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Florida State.
And I'm not going to say that was a must-score, but that was a must-score. And this offense delivers right before the half. Everything's starting to pick up. Hopefully, now you build some momentum. You cut it to a 2-score game. Got to build on this momentum in the second half.
And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 21-10. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. He's got him. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the 1st down.
Caught near the sticks. It's Hodges. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a 1st down here late in the half. Quarterback may change this route. To the air on 1st down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. The Owls trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. He's going for it all. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Florida Atlantic will have to send out the punt team. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Looking downfield, it's Sperry. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
Man, the defense, they haven't had an answer for this guy. He has been lighting them up in the pass game early and often so far, and that time just not able to hook up with his quarterback.
Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points...
Picked off. Looking for more room. The 20. Touchdown Owls. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. Look, I know it's only the 2nd quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Man, it should come as no surprise we have ourselves a fun matchup in Tallahassee. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the third. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Now the play fake. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And if this offense wants to get back in the football game, it starts up front. Like, they've got to do a better job of protecting their quarterback. A third down and long situation coming up. They'll have another opportunity. They got to keep their quarterback upright.
Throws to the wideout. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. The Seminoles are in the hurry-up.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has it.
Lost one deep down the right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Seminoles will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Gets it out fast. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. And the Owls can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. They're setting up the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Finds his big tight end. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. Florida Atlantic goes to work with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw again. Fires to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Quarterback making adjustments. Back to pass on 2nd down. Finds his tight end. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the 3rd quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. And this play caller
breaks into the open. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Florida Atlantic trying to punch it in from the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And the defense needed that one badly. They're losing in this game. They just gave up a big play, so they finally get the sack, but you feel like they're going to need more than that. They're going to need some turnovers to get back in this game.
Bring in the heat. And he was drilled just at least the pass. It's incomplete.
You got to love the aggressive nature this defense is playing with right now, and you're seeing the athletes and the dudes they've got up front. A sack on the last play.
Fires toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. This one will be a 45-yard attempt, and he'll kick it from the left side. That is no good. Well, the field goal didn't quite make it through, but still an 18-point game. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. To the ground with the back. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. And the Seminoles can really attack on this second and short. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. They'll run the counter. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
Yeah, and it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Seminoles are flying down the field. From the gun, they'll try the middle.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. The Seminoles didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. A first down run in the red zone. And he'll be stopped for no gain on the final play of the third quarter. Fourth quarter is coming up. And guys, Florida Atlantic is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Off play action. Lets it fly. Touchdown, no! Fired in from the red zone for the score. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Punts it out of the air. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. Zings it complete to the right. At the 45 on his way. It's a seam walk. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, running back on the move. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's Sperry. And they're not on the same page there.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
And he is brought down, but what a move he put on that first defender.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Trying play action. Fires to the big fella.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Quickly complete. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. The Noles come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. Back to throw, it's Sperry. He'll take a shot. Touchdown Seminoles! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Texas is on the ropes, and for all the hype around this program, maybe the most fertile recruiting base in football, it's clear this program is not back.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass.
They're trailing by...
Makes the grab inside the 30. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus.
And he's been the go-to guy all year long. Like, he's in the top 5 in all of college football in receiving yards for a reason. They're going to find him because he's always open, making plays. This dude has been unbelievable. He's being mentioned in the Heisman conversation. That is really hard to do as a wide receiver. So that shows you what kind of special year this young man's having.
Big play offense, and it has them threatening now. 1st and 10 from the 25. Catch in the middle, it's Upshaw. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. The Owls in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Right on the money. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Big 3rd down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. Running with the fullback. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. He's got the tight end. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. This Florida Atlantic offense is on a roll. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's got it on the move. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Back to pass. He caught it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. They stretched this lead here in the fourth, and now they're closing in on their 9th win of the season.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
And he's going to bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Back to throw, it's Sperry. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play.
Fires to the wideout. Got his man. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Third down, a lot of times.
About wide, and I know I trust you. I'm finding you.
Wants to throw on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end.
As a tight end, if you're going to be good in the passing game, you've got to be able to feel the windows when defenses play zone coverage, and he did a really good job of that right there. He didn't rush, he didn't hurry, he took his time, found the soft spot, and gave his quarterback an easy place to throw the football.
Holds it in. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Wants to throw it. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Picked off. What a play by this defense. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense make...
Catch inside the 30 and still running. So much at stake, top 10 showdown, and they've ridden the passing game to knock off a higher-ranked team and really improve their playoff hopes.
Yeah, just the passing attack, man, it looks good, doesn't it? I mean... you can tell this is going to travel. Good teams, bad teams, they're proving that this passing attack is really hard to stop. And getting the upset late in the season, man, this is going to go a long way for their college football playoff chances.
You're right, Dave. The passing attack put them in this position to win this football game. They're getting it done. I'll tell you what, you look at their potential opponents if they do reach the playoff. I think this passing attack gives them a chance against everybody. They can light the scoreboard up.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're...
Touchdown, Owls! And the stomping has commenced. They've now extended that lead, and they're trying to hang on for a Week 12 victory.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to pass. It's Sperry. Complete on the comeback. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. Couple of teams of this caliber, but boy, what a statement by the underdog in this one.
And there's going to be a big movement in the rankings after that performance. That team that got the win today, they are going to get moved ahead of their opponent. It's one thing to beat a ranked opponent, David. It's one thing to blow the doors off of them. That was impressive.
It's impressive. It's huge for them. Obviously, we know what's going to happen when they're going to move up the charts, but the other side is equally as depressing. I mean, they're going to